over here in the red, we have our Terran player, GanZI. There he is. I like that shirt. His eyes looking all over the mini-map. He's in the zone. Now to our blue Zerg. Over here at the top. With the colors, part of the colors of the Swedish flag.
LiquidHayprO.
And the fans go wild. There he is. Cool, concentrated. So, HayPro, man. The guy has got a lot of potential. He was very good. I remember he started out a little bit weak because in StarCraft 1 because I was playing before him, but he used to train with him a lot and spar with him a lot. He improved very quickly until he was easily one of the best Europeans.
Well, you have to remember that GanZI was in the IM house for a while when he was in Incredible Miracles, so he's going to be a really good Terran player. He's coming from the best house in Korea, and not only does he have a good Terran teacher, he also had a lot of good Zergs to practice again. He has really high micro. That's something I realized from watching him play. He has really fantastic play, and he loves to do drop. I've ever seen him done 4 drops at once in 4 bases.
That's good, so he can really multitask and rest, sort of like what we've seen from Rainbow. The HayPro peeks in here. Now note the position of the barracks. That's an indicator generally it's not going to have an add-on anytime soon. And we could already say it probably won't because Terran is going to go ahead and get a fast command center.
HayPro dropping down an expansion already. Did a 15 hatch. Terran does spot that. So he has to remember. Oh, dropping a command center. Going for a fast expand. Moves his barracks in front.
This is actually pretty gutsy by the Terran to be willing to lift his barracks and move it at the start of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, what if Moon was playing?
What if Moon was playing?
What if Moon was in the game and he just sent links and killed you? Then what? You'd be silly.
Then all his SCVs would have been his.
It would have
been Moon would have played.
He would have been really pissed because he would have gotten up and looked in Moon's booth, and Moon would have been mooning him. Oh, we see there's actually a bunker on the way here.
HayPro doesn't see it though. Now he does. Brings 4 of his drones trying to kill the SCV. GanZI seems to be...
There's a bit of a half-hearted rush.
Yeah.
But if he gets his drone... Oh, nice! LiquidHayprO.
Kiting.
Look, did you see me actually threw a drone onto the extractor?
Yeah. When he had really low life.
I'm like a little kid. I'm like, Mom, did you see that, Mom? So excited by that. Here are the 3 barracks coming up. Very common build nowadays in Terran Resort.
Yeah, 3 Rex, 1 factory opening. Do see the Terran is trying to make his brain stay alive for as long as possible, trying to get a scout, but the Zerglings are like, no scouting for you. Zergling's going to come in the front of the base and is not going to be very happy to see 3 Rex again, so there's not going to be much early aggression from HayPro here because it's going to be very hard for him to break inside the base. Might see a lot of airplay in this map because Scrap Station, the bases are adjacent to each other, so you see a lot of mutas, a lot of drops.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with HayPro just going forward and attacking here. Oh wait, we have a Reaper out here. And you gotta be careful because Reaper, you can jump up cliffs and stuff like that, but honestly, it's not the easiest unit to micro. You misclick once and it dies.
Grabs about 4 links over there.
You know what I love about it, the Reaper, is it kind of represents what Terran is that it deals damage quickly, but also can die quickly.
Takes all the links that HayPro actually sent. Well, the Reaper is going to be used mostly for scouting instead of attacking anyway, so I guess not going to be much of a problem for HayPro. HayPro is going to go for speed and +1 for his links. Pumps a couple of links up. I don't really see what he's going to attack for at the moment, but maybe really standard muta mainly.
This is almost the identical build we saw from Virus. I've been like watching very, very carefully, and this is at least the way it pans out. The 3 barracks, 1 tech lab with stim.
This is probably like the new Korean Terran playing style.
Guys, get your notebooks out.
Standard and safe.
Time to break the ladder with our builds. That's what I felt like when I saw Seed play in the Team League. I was like, oh my god, my new man crush, I'm going to go on the ladder and beat people. sometimes I've used his builds in the ladder now, I've actually realized that his builds only work against really, really good people.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, because it's all about tricky people. You get like low-level Masters players, and like even as good as they aren't actually paying enough attention for like stuff that Seed was doing to trick them.
Gets a Baneling right now, so we're gonna see HayPro coming in with some Baneling soon. Overlord trying to come in and see what is GanZI trying to do, but the Marines do stop him. Getting a medivac out, so we might see a drop. Has 2 more Rexes up.
We could even see actually, could see a push actually here. Wouldn't shock me. Maybe right through the middle. You gotta be careful though when you're Terran and you actually open up the center of the map.
It's really open to Banelings. Like, you get caught really easily by Banelings in the map in the middle.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. It's in my own experience, when I push through the center of the center bridge on the map, and I lose, me securing a 3rd and a 4th base is almost impossible. So it looks like Terran is actually going to elect to do a drop.
He has a Spire. HayPro is getting a Spire, and you do see a Queen is going to be ready for the medivac that's going to try to drop. He has a couple of Speedlings running at the back of his base, and moves his Rexes, sends a couple of his Marines and Siege Tanks up. Creep is already spreading in the middle of the map though. Looks like GanZI is going to go for the long way around and the normal way. No one is getting another expansion yet, so both of them are running on 2 bases. Here comes the first push from the Terran player.
He's going to drop right there in that one location. Zerg doesn't have anything at. Terran's pushing forward right now at the front. Also, nope, not going through the middle of the map there. Going to go for the Baneling nest, not a mound. Nice save. I believe he saved every single Marine. Am I correct?
Yeah. He saves
this
every
is
single Marine.
sexy.
He's going to pick up a couple of his Siege Tanks and Marines and drop them at the back. Gonna build some bunkers also.
Now he's got to get up there pretty quickly. If I were Terran, I would have seen some tanks on low ground, because there's not going to be anything he can do. Oh my god! The positioning of the structures actually worked out perfectly. Oh my god.
The Banelings just caught all the bunkers that are in front that were not even completed yet.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened there. I was going to say, what I would have done is actually kept one of the siege tanks at least on low ground to shoot down the Banelings, but a win is a win.
Here comes HayPro.
Not enough Marines here. This drop is going to be denied. As cool as it was,
Loses the tanks.
wasn't good enough.
This is what Jinro did in Kudas, didn't he? He picked out a couple of his units and dropped it out on high ground.
Well, it's smart because, you know, when Zerg attacks, they basically want to get a surround. They don't want to attack into a corner, unless it's with Banelings.
Mutalisks are already up, so the Terran has to be really careful of HayPro going to harass him, which he's doing right now. Let's see how much damage he can do. Spots a missile turret, decides to back off. No one is expanding at the moment.
No, it's 2 base versus 2 base. Now HayPro's doing a good job. He's staying alive. He hasn't actually suffered any major losses, really. In fact, Terran's the one who's probably lost more than he should have, considering his tank count's been reset.
Drops at the island in the middle, spots some of the Mutalisks, took down an Overlord that was hanging out over there. Gonna come in from behind through the Go base.
It's good to check down there.
Creep is spreading really well for HayPro.
If he can get the creep over to roughly where the Zelnaga tower is, it's going to be very hard for Terran to keep that natural base he's going to want to take.
He's going to have, the Zerg is going to have control of the map. However much the creep spread is how much control the Zerg has over the map.
Well said.
Marine is going to get picked up by the gang of Mutalisks. Mutalisks are flying around trying to get as much scouting as they can. Here's a small push from a Terran. How efficient do you think they will be? That's not everything.
It's going to depend on the flank. I mean, there's not a lot of creep spread over here. That's Zelnaga Watchtower. Terran has occupied it. Terran takes the third. Now, no, Terran did not elect to. Oh, hold that thought. We got a drop. Over here. In there. See, I wasn't lying. He got picked up to take out the Baneling den. Got to make sure I get my Zerg mounts right. Meanwhile, Terran pushes, scans, cleans up the creep.
He did a double scan, though.
Yeah, he did. That was a mistake. Zerg turns around, denies the third base, and actually, this is gutsy.
For base trade.
This is actually really gutsy.
Freeze.
Uh-oh. Now, he's going to be careful because Terran can actually intercept this at the lift entrance. Okay, I don't know if HayPro should be doing this.
HayPro is sandwich in the middle.
Yeah, it's a HayPro sandwich.
Oh, kites out the banelings. Loses his banelings over there. Speeding's trying.
You know, you can't let the banelings absorb the tank damage. And I want to point out that was indeed a HayPro sandwich. Because HayPro is also a vegetarian, so Artosis could eat that, now that I think about that.
I did not know that.
Now you know.
How do you know everything, Tasteless?
I don't know. I didn't ask for these powers, but... Oh, hold that thought. We got...
Here comes the drop. He's going to try to drop on high ground again. We're going to see how that pans out. Mutalisks are flying around trying to get as much scout as they can. HayPro does have to go, though. It's not really saturated yet.
He's going for this base up here. Oh, okay. That was a big win there for HayPro. HayPro... You know, HayPro made a mistake, but now the Terran is throwing his units away.
Has to not lose his tanks.
HayPro not really good with his mutas here, not keeping them together.
Another drop going into the main base. We were talking about this earlier. He loves his drop. You see, he took a lot of the drone. Can't save his Marine though.
You know, I gotta say, as good as the Terran's harassment is,
HayPro is doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually holding it.
Loses 4 of his medivacs over here. Mutalisks is going to be able to take that up really easily.
If you notice, the Terran wasn't even really paying attention to the medivacs. That shows you how stressed the Terran is right now. Unable to split up, or unable to recover when he's failing. But I think the gold is not going to be recoverable.
HayPro might want to defend this. Is he going to go and defend?
Well, the question is how many Marines are there, because if he's going to defend it, it'll be with Mutalisks. And this is just too many mutas. I would give up. I would sack it. I would not give up the game, I would give up the hatchery.
Gonna lose his goal over there. Another drop coming in from GanZI. 2 Mutalisks spotted though. Doesn't want to go. Might lose his medivac over here with a lot of Marines. Is he gonna drop it? Oh, only manages to drop 2 of his Marines.
Now, one thing to know about the island on this map is that neither race in this matchup can expand to it, really. It's not very accessible. Nidus Worms drops from both sides, very easy. Mass Overlord drops, Mass Medivac drops.
Very hard to defend.
Yeah, it's hard to hold.
He's going to try to expand again. And I guess it's just going to go for a long game this round, looking at how his tanks are sieged.
If I was Terran, I would actually just turtle up and just wear the Zerg out.
Look at his upgrades, though. He's getting so many upgrades.
Well, Zerg has, Terran has +2 attack. Zerg with +1 air attack. Whoops, denied the expansion. Now, this is smart by HayPro. He's going to tear down the destructible rocks in the center of the map. That way, Terran's going to have to defend 2 locations at once.
Plus, he already has creep spreading almost all the way to the main base of the Terran, behind the rocks. So he's going to be in a good position, especially with his banelings. So he just has to remember to fight on creep, and they'll be okay. Banelings are eager to get out. They're like, let me out, I'm ready. Mutalisks coming in to pick up 2 tanks, 3 tanks, 4 tanks.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was perfect. Now I think Zerg, very smart, backs off, but Terran's already stimmed enough. Now note, very important factor, guys. The Terran's third base is not a planetary, it's an orbital. That means it's much more easy to attack. Zerg comes down, goes for the rest of these siege tanks. Terran running back, but that's not a planetary back there that can defend. Just some siege tanks. Zerg switches, or flips around, excuse me.
Do you see he actually steamed his Marine and ran back, and HayPro immediately pulled back. He was like, okay, I saw the steam. I'm going to waste his steam, run back, and not run in at all. That was really good decision making by HayPro there.
Yeah, it's smart. I gotta say though, our Terran is so good, especially with the way he manages his army. Now, I think HayPro needs to get a 4th base. He has the gold base, but that's a very difficult base to hold. That's basically